What's up, everyone? Liam here. I'm actually joined by Austin today. This is a channel for men podcast, and you probably are thinking that this is not the atmosphere that you're used to.
You're probably thinking that this is a porno right now.
But there were just some things that I wanted to kind of brush over. Just from things that I wanted to talk about that we couldn't necessarily talk about just because of time constraints. I had a whole bunch of topics planned, and I think I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna talk about this. I got ripped off today. And Austin was here to witness the entire thing.
Tell us how you got ripped off.
Okay. So for everyone that knows, or for everyone that doesn't care, doesn't know or doesn't care, I play Rocket League, and there's a trading system, and it really, I think my motto is gonna be, if it's too good to be true, it 100% is. I think that's gonna be my motto. Because it
sounds logical.
It screwed me over. Anyway, I got ripped off of $7. I tried to trade with this guy and whatever. I'm not gonna cry over $7, but it was always my fantasy to find the person that's been ripping me off and just beat the living shit out of them. You know what I mean?
So why did you send them the $7 initially?
Well, it was actually $50, but you can only send 50 keys at a time, and he wanted 60 keys for it. So I was like, okay, let me trade the 10 first. So he's like, let me trade the 10 first, so I know you're serious. So I was like, really, whatever, let me just do it. So I do it, and I'm thinking that, hold on, I'm gonna pull this back. My desktop audio, that doesn't make any sense. Hold on, I will put you equally, because I don't know how loud this thing is. I'm gonna keep it like that. Yeah, that's good enough. I didn't know how much, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, he's like, just send the 10 so I know you're serious. I'm like, okay, I send the 10, and then he blocks me, and I was like, okay, well, I figured. So my quest for the titanium white octane will not change yet.
Been some bumps in the road, but one day.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I like taking the road that is less traveled. So I thought there's gonna be some bumps, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the titanium white octane. All right. So what has happened since our last episode? Actually, is that a minisode? No, this is actually the 4th episode. Saving net neutrality.
When did we make our last podcast?
Okay, so I would like to, first of all, apologize. I just uploaded it. I think I was 2 weeks late.
And no, wait. It's fine because we can upload this whenever, so you won't know the when.
It was December 1st, so just about over 2 weeks. A bunch of things have happened. Obviously, you guys know net neutrality was repealed by the FCC.
Fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah, but I mean, it was gonna happen. I mean, you guys knew that it was gonna happen, so just keep fighting for it. I mean, most people don't understand, and there's a lot of people saying that. I mean, it is true that Title III net neutrality was introduced around 2015, so anything pre-2015 was technically the internet without net neutrality. But there's two things that's really wrong about that statement. Is one, I mean, just that justification. One, it still allows a lot of these tech companies the ability to, I mean, a lot of these telecommunications companies, the ability to pick and choose who gets the best of their service, which is so against, just equality. I mean, someone pays the same amount. Why aren't they? I mean, someone is paying for a service that they're entitled to for that payment. And basically what this repealing does is it basically allows them to basically say, okay, if you're either gonna pay $20 for this fast lane, or you're gonna get shitty bandwidth for your site, which sucks. And also too, everyone, I don't know if you know this, Austin, but everyone did not want this law to be repealed. I mean,
yes,
everyone.
obviously.
But the problem is, the lobbyists. If you guys go on Reddit, just look up do me a favor, look up your state on Reddit, your state subreddit. You will see all the people that screwed you over. And let's give them a nice little shout out. Actually,
for Florida, we have to give our thanks to Marco Rubio, right?
Yes, thank you to Marco Rubio for being the biggest piece of shit.
Yep, thank you, you fucking cocksucker. You slimy, greedy worm.
Also, screw you. Screw you for only taking it. He basically only took $75,000 for it.
Ooh, you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Marco Rubio is a cheap whore.
Yeah.
If you don't have a lot of money, but you want to get off, then visit Marco Rubio.
Alright, dickhead. But also, which is much more importantly, thank you, Senator Bill Nelson. I was trying to find out what his name was.
Oh yeah, the other guy.
Yeah. We're gonna, but that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not done. You can still fight it. Do some research on it. My guess is it's gonna go to the states to decide how they're gonna do that. But as far as keeping up with it, if we're being honest, I haven't after post not being trending on Twitter. I am curious to see. I am a web dev. I am curious to see how this is going to affect paying for hosting and the way hosting and search engine optimization works. And I will let you guys know as this progresses. But we got to talk about this, Austin. And I know you're not going to like it.
What?
Might I preface this by saying I am not a big Star Wars fan.
Okay.
I never really liked. Actually, I remember I remember the first Star Wars. I think it was at the Phantom Menace.
It was A New Hope.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, Star Wars Episode 1.
Oh, 1. You said the first Star Wars. Episode 1 was The Phantom Menace, yeah. But the first Star Wars movie ever was A New Hope. Yeah.
Why?
Because 4, 5, and 6 came out, and then they did the prequels, 1, 2, and 3.
That's retarded.
Okay, we're talking about George Lucas, okay? Of course it's retarded.
I gotta say that's the first time I knew it was not in the right directions, but I didn't know that it was like that.
Yeah, well, that's why you said you weren't a big Star Wars fan before, so...
That's true. I am
Makes
not.
sense.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, came out 2005. Okay, anyway. Not a big Star Wars fan. I remember it was so boring to me because a lot of it wasn't action and most of it was just kind of like this back and forth kind of political House of Cards nonsense.
Are you talking about the prequels?
I'm talking about not the prequels. I'm talking about grown up, like before Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. So I'm thinking Episode 2.
Yeah, here's the problem with the prequels is that they're fucking garbage.
They're boring. They're just so boring.
There's a lot of scenes of just two characters are strolling through a hall.
It's like an opera.
And, yeah, they're talking. Then you get shot on one of the camera's faces, on one of the characters' faces, reverse shot. Then they sit down on some kind of couch, and like that's the scene.
Yeah, seriously, and that's why it's touted as a space opera, because it's boring.
Yeah. For instance, the scene in episode 3 where the Jedi, Anakin, Mace Windu, and those other fucks, they go to apprehend the Emperor. Anakin, they find out who the Sith is, the guy who's trying to kill them, and they're still walking at a brisk pace. There's no urgency.
yeah, exactly. It's so...
Hey, you know the guy who's trying to destroy the Republic along with the Jedi Order? Yeah, oh, you know where he hit? Oh, okay, yeah. No problem. We'll find him.
Let's all walk briskly. No, but also, the reason why I wanted to say that is because just to highlight the fact that I've loved Rogue One. I've loved Star Wars The Force Awakens. But this is just like the cinematics, in terms of the visuals, just the story. I mean, this story, it was, you would think that there's a lot of things that made this so much more exciting than a lot of the space operas that we've seen before. And it was just because everything, it was exciting, like punch you in the face exciting right away. Some of the characters, like there were moments where you were thinking, all right, this is it. There was some wrenches thrown into the gears that made everyone, made everyone shake and twisted everyone, and it was just a really fun movie. And I don't know why there's a lot of negative reviews about it, but if you have time this weekend, it is a must watch. And I don't hype up movies, but I think you should watch this movie.
So you're talking about The Last Jedi, right?
I am thinking.
So The Last Jedi has a lot of things in it that you will not expect. So don't get spoiled. Just see it, it's crazy.
Tell you what, don't even go on the internet. There is just so much to see. Made me miss Carrie Fisher. She's awesome. But I don't know why it's only 7.9 on IMDb. I don't understand.
Because it shits on a lot of the lore and a lot of people. It's very divisive.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that. Star Wars people and Star Trek people are the same. Anyway, so excited to see that. I was excited to see that. And I'm going to be excited to see a lot of the movies upcoming next year. Mainly Black Panther is coming out. It's going to be an awesome movie.
Love the trailer.
Yeah, oh yeah, the trailer's awesome. And of course, the biggest Marvel movie,
Infinity War.
It's a bittersweet moment because I know these two movies will be the last, basically, of the entire MCU. I mean, what else is going to happen after Infinity War?
So this who's the bad guy who wants all the Infinity Stones? Yeah, so Thanos is like the end all be all bad guy.
Yeah, oh definitely. It's gonna be crazy.
Alright.
There's what?
No, I was just saying, I mean, I don't really know too much about the Marvel universe, so
Oh, you're one of those DC people, aren't you?
No, I'm one of those haven't bothered people.
Okay.
So
I respect that. The Black Panther is coming out February 2018. It's pretty cool. And there is also a movie coming out January 5th. It's called Insidious: The Last Key. If you guys want to check that out. I'm not really a big horror fan.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of those. So
I'm just not interested at all. Not a big
Same.
horror fan. But a lot of people are looking forward to that. And there's also 50 Shades Freed. I mean, there's a lot of cool movies out.
Wait, 50? Did you say 50 Shades?
50 Shades Freed.
Oh, is that
the trilogy?
Is that like a sequel to? Oh, there's a trilogy?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, and 50 Shades Freed.
Wow.
Oh yeah. If you didn't think that it was gratuitous enough. Yeah.
I gotta watch this.
Do you?
No.
It's really
like, what are they even about? Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
How do you make 3 fucking movies about this shit?
Okay, it's basically just a dynamic between a guy who's like a sadomasochist and this submissive girl that's like, well, this girl that's trying to being introduced to this kink shit. The problem is, right? And this is me trying to point out the obvious hypocrisy of everything. I don't understand, like, when you watch something like this, which is obviously like this girl is so dependent on this guy, and it's like a submissive relationship, and it's like they're glamorizing this like sexual violence, and these girls are eating it up.
Oh yeah.
Because deep down inside, I mean, some girls want that. Just like some guys want a really powerful girl to step on their balls with heels. So
okay, this has gotten weird. But I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like, so when it really boils down to, being okay with what you're into, and you shouldn't say, oh, I don't know how to explain it, but like, don't bash these things, and then secretly in the woodworks, jill off to 50 Shades Darker because you're fucking promoting it, you're supporting it, you're buying the ticket, and you're watching it, and you're putting your rabbit in your purse to muffle the vibrations while you watch the movie. So there's my rant on that.
The first 50 Shades of Grey made $571 million at the box office.
My parents saw it Valentine's Day, and they went to Naples, and I think they spent the night there, and it's like, that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
Please don't. Yes, moving on. Helen Mirren will be starring at the Winchester, the house that Ghost built. We actually talked about this like a couple podcasts ago. It's gonna be really interesting because I was obsessed with the Winchester Mystery House. Check out episode 2 if you want to learn more about it, because I'm not going to talk about it again. It's an exciting movie. Look up the Winchester Mystery House if you're interested. But please check out the second episode of the Manly Man podcast. Is that what we call this? Yeah, Channel for Men podcast. Yeah.
Why not?
What's your favorite movie this year? Now that 2017 is wrapping up.
Let's see. So what came out this year? We had. There's still movies that I still want to see. Like, I haven't seen Last Jedi, and I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok. But,
oh, really?
Yeah, but so I'd have to say John Wick 2. Didn't John Wick 2 come out this year?
Yep. John Wick 2 did come out this.
John Wick 2. Yeah, John Wick just in general. Like, I fucking love that movie.
Dude,
Holy shit.
John Wick 2. I mean, I was about to say John Wick 2 is such a badass. Keanu Reeves is such a badass that it fit with him. I have 2 good movies actually that came out this year. It was Get Out, and I'll tell you why that was my favorite one of my favorites. And I think if I had to pick between these 2, it would be Baby Driver. Baby Driver is one of my favorite movies this year. But Get Out was just like, this was everyone's reactions when they saw the trailer. It was like, okay, Jordan Peele is the director, and Key and Peele, they do a lot of these racially charged skits on the Key and Peele show. Like, some of them obviously aren't, but some of them are like, social commentaries just on race and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a comedy. And then I've watched the trailer 2 times. I've seen like 2 or 3 movies in the span of the trailer showing, and I'm always like, is this gonna be a comedy? This is Jordan Peele, funny Jordan Keen Peele. This is gonna be a comedy. It was so fucking not a comedy that I was first of all, I was surprised, and I think that's what he wanted to point out too. Was like, this shit about race isn't a joke. It's actually happening, and it was just like a surreal experience for me. Because after the credits rolled, it was like, no way this was a comedy. And it, gave me time to think. But Baby Driver was awesome because the soundtrack, the visuals, the acting, everything was on point. The story was great. I mean, not a lot of movies that you want to, you sit and you expect nothing, because there was basically no hype for this movie, I think. And it just blew me out of the water. So Baby Driver was probably my best movie of 2017.
Okay, it turns out there's a lot of good movies I haven't seen that came out this year.
You gotta watch. I am gonna watch Logan Lucky. It was a pretty good movie. The Big Sick was a pretty good movie. I watched one movie that I really didn't like. I think it was Transformers. I can't remember. No, Transformers I liked. I like Transformers.
Are the new ones actually not shit?
No, they're gratuitous violence in action. But I don't know. There was like this one scene where Optimus Prime goes to his home planet or something and meets his creators, and his creators override him to turn him into their pawn, and then he literally lands from to Earth and fights a bunch of his comrades, and then he fights Bumblebee, and then Bumblebee talks for the first time, and he's all healed after that. It was oh, really? You didn't even need that. I don't know. It was just
I've never liked those movies.
They should just stop it.
They make so much money though.
There's they make money off of merch. They make money off of. I mean, I get it, but it's a lot of these movies evaporate on contact, to where the hype dies down really after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the directors or anyone necessarily gives a fuck. I mean, they just want that paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, the CGI is great. But other than that, I mean, what's the reason why people would watch a Transformers movie anymore?
I don't know. I mean, the fucking Transformer designs themselves are just terrible, in my opinion.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I just never really bought into the lore of Transformers.
Well, yeah. At least not the movies are fucking garbage. Anyways.
I wanted to talk about this. And I know you're not want to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
I was just in reflection. I get a lot of time to myself, obviously. But there was just a time before freshman, it's freshman, sophomore year. I was in a long distance relationship with a girl for probably a year. And I don't know if I told you this story or not. Do you remember me telling you this? Probably not. Right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But she lived in Seattle, probably Washington area. No, she lived in, I don't want to give her business out. She lived in Washington, near Seattle though. And we just met on Instagram, and we talked a lot. And it was at that time where it was kind of like I was like a very shut-in person. And really all it was is, I'd go home from school and then talk to her, and I'd be texting her. So she was like, why not? I was like, why not? So I guess it was like an exclusive thing. But as I really grew older, I kind of got a lot more social, and she didn't stay that way. I mean, she didn't change. So it was me basically having to babysit this jealous woman all the time. Is like the point where I would get off of school and then I'd open my phone. It was like 500 texts. I would have to talk to her that entire afternoon, FaceTime her in the evening, and then go to sleep FaceTiming her, and wake up and it's like she's still there, and it's like, oh God.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't. I don't think it was her fault. She really got the shit end of the stick. In terms of family situation and her life and stuff like that. So, but it was just like, it was exhausting because I couldn't do anything. She would check my Facebook. She would check, she would check what I'm up to. She'd ask me all the time. And it's like, I can't even, she'd freak out if she'd see me taking a picture with friends, stuff like that are girls. Which was, I can understand, but it's just like fighting every day. I remember at Christmas, we had this big fight, ruined my entire Christmas.
Fuck.
And I was just like, you know what? It's over. It's like 5 months in. It's like, it's over. And I never, in the way, she never really directly, implicitly said it, but I always felt though like, because of what happened to her life, and that she would kill herself or something, or run away. Let's just say that, like, so she doesn't go to the extreme and like fuck herself up. And I felt like I was really obligated to stay until that happened, like until she was in a situation that wouldn't happen to her. And it did. Ultimately, she got taken away from that situation, and she got put to a way better one. And when it felt like her life was on track, it really didn't help that she was jealous before and all this, and we were just fighting every day. Keep in mind, we were together for a year and more, and I tried breaking up with her after 4 months. 8 months of that was just shit for me, like fighting. It came to the point where the only time she would get mad at me is when I was at work. I would beg for 8 hours as like a 16-year-old. I was begged for like bootleg 8 hours just so I wouldn't have to go home and deal with it. And anyway, so she got taken out of that situation, and I just thought it was time to break up with her. And obviously, like in her eyes, like everything was okay, because she got put in the situation, and she just totally forgot the fact that we fought every day, and cussing me out, getting mad, stuff like that. So she ignored her. And I'm only bringing that up because a couple weeks ago, I think it was a couple months ago already, I was just decided to check out how she was doing. And in her photos, she took screenshots of my website and basically mocked me on Twitter. Mocked me. And I'll show you this picture, Austin, because I don't get my feelings hurt a lot. And it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt my feelings. I mean, it didn't hurt my feelings just because I'm used to it. But it was just like, how do you get off? You know what I mean? I'm showing you right now. Like, and it was like, I was just thinking about it. I was angry. I was mad. I was like, feeling all these feelings. And I was just like, I stayed until she felt okay enough to be mad at me, to blame me for all this shit. And obviously she's in a good enough situation that she could be bitter about dumb shit like that. So if I were to take away anything, and I think I'm going to learn way more out of school than I am in school, but you can never really be wrong for doing the right thing, because inside I still feel okay that I stuck around, you know, and I don't think she'll ever understand that because she's a really bitter person. But the only reason why I'm not bitter that she basically shits on my life on a daily basis is that I fucking helped her out, you know. That's not me trying to be like, oh, I'm a god. It's just like, it just really just stuck to me, and it's been bothering me more and more when I think about it here and there. So I thought I'd just get it off my chest, get it over with.
Damn. Yeah, that's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately, guys. Sometimes that is an abusive situation. So you gotta remove yourself out of that. And I know it's not manly to talk about, you know, being emasculated or having, you know, feeling less like a man. But sometimes you just gotta own up to it, dude. And you gotta be like, maybe I don't need to work 6 extra hours, 7 extra hours every day, every week. Maybe I just need to fucking tell her, like, hey, I can't do this anymore. You know what I mean? And
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's just the hypocrisy of it, dude. It's like, you need to be, you know, it's more manly to tell people how you feel. Like, I know that sounds really gay, but it is.
Yeah, it's important to not bottle things up.
Yeah, because if you bottle things up, you turn into Austin, who just sits in his desktop jerking his dick till like, his hand turns purple.
Whoa, I don't last that long. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. Alright. And on that note, how long have we been... Dude, we've only been recording for 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like 30 minutes.
No, it felt like a long time. But that is the average distance that we do the minisodes in. Alright, guys. Before we end this, thank you for listening to the Manly Man Minisode episode 2, I think. Or this could be Minisode 3. Who cares? I'm not keeping track.
I think it's the second one, but okay.
Yeah. Links will be in the Soundcloud. Tiny URL. You know what? I'm not going to end it at a bitter note like that. What else can we talk about? That's good news. Good God.
The world is a shitty place.
That's true.
Okay, deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. Oh! I started trading cryptocurrency. We can talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So check this out. I've traded here and there, back and forth using different exchanges. But if you want to get into cryptocurrency, Coinbase has an app. It's basically an exchange where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency, right? And I was like, all right, let's see how this is, because I always do it on a computer. I have an exchange that I go to, put it in my wallet. But I've always wanted it to be more user-friendly, right? Because it's like harsh. If you look at the Bloomberg terminals for stocks, they have no user interface in mind when they're doing that stuff. But anyway, you can literally buy Bitcoin off your phone. Check it out. It's going up.
Really?
Yeah, there's huge demand for it. Just like when Robinhood came out, people started trading stocks on their phone. There's huge demand on it. My only suggestion is you read up on it. Don't just buy and then sell when it's up and sell when it's down, because there's a lot of fees. There's a lot of gas exchanges and stuff like that, gas limits. You got to check it out, because you're going to be spending way more money if you try to do this blind. But I had a break. I put in money when it was around 368, and Bitcoin, and Ethereum, is now sitting at 810 as I type this, as I say this. So I'm really excited to see how that works out.
It's pretty damn good.
and this is to our younger viewers, because I am you before. I had every Yeezy as soon as it came out. I had a lot of Supreme clothes. I had a lot of Fear of God. As you get older, you start to realize that all that stuff, all that material stuff, unless it's stuff for your PC that you need those. You need those. You need a cool keyboard, RGB keyboard. Shut up.
You need to spend $200 on a keyboard.
Shut up. You don't know anything, you're stupid. But you gotta let go of that material stuff, dude. You gotta start thinking about tomorrow, because the only advice I would give myself is, well, I would give myself a lot of advice, but in terms of this, it would be to just fucking sell it all. If I put all my money into Bitcoin like 2 years ago, I'd be in a different situation right now.
Oh yeah, same.
I'd be sipping sangria in Spain with Gigi Hadid blowing me, or Austin blowing me, depending on how rich I am. I think if I was rich enough, I would give you enough money that you would have to blow me. Like, that's not gay though, that's power.
Fuck, I'm lagging. Yeah, I mean, if I were fucking rich enough, then yeah, I'd be giving away money to all my friends and family. Yeah.
That's not what I said.
I was just trying to gather what you said there, because I lagged when you were talking.
I said if I had, I would give you enough money to where you would not refuse to blow me.
Oh, well, that changes things.
This for power.
I mean, yeah, and I would gladly do it.
What do you mean? Oh, that's a good deal. I have to pay you? Hawken would probably do it, and then he'd reach for his wallet after.
He'd suck you off, and then be like, oh, you're gonna pay me?
Okay, Jesus Christ. This is not the way I planned this. Alright, boys. Check us out. The one thing that we do ask, we are rolling this out for sure. Patreon.com/channelformen. Check it out. There are rewards to the donations right now. Our goal is $8 to pay for the hosting. Is it $8 or $9? Let's say $8.
I think you said it was $9, right?
Oh, $9. Let's say $9. $9 on Podbean. Hosting pays for us to archive the entire series of Manly Man episodes, and we're coming up episode 5 soon. We would gladly appreciate it if you guys chipped in, and if not, that's totally fine. What we want you to do is pass the show on to anyone that might enjoy it, and that's pretty much it. Links are in the SoundCloud. If you would like to check out our Discord at tinyurl.com/manlymandiscord, at twitch.tv/channelformen, and youtube.com/channelformen, or I think it's tinyurl.com/channelformen. Check that out too. All the links are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and we are OUT. See you guys around.
Goodbye.